Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Yaron Wu. We're going to give you a seminar about chronic fatigue today. Before we start, we want everybody to know the information presented here is to let you know we have an option for your health. If you have any question, if you talk to me or somebody before you try the method. So today we're going to talk about chronic fatigue. How many people experience fatigue in your life at some point? How many people feel chronic fatigue? Basically just feel tired all the time. Okay. Have you been to an MD? Discuss what's going on? Chronic fatigue has not been recognized by MD for many years. You know what's the reason? Because there's no test to prove it. And we're going to discuss what Chinese medicine found 5,000 years ago, the solution for it. By the way, our clinic is at 3350 Scott Boulevard, Building 47. If you have any questions, feel free to come to visit us. So this is the outline for today's seminar. Number one, I'm going to talk about chronic fatigue. Basically, the word is easy to understand. But medical-wise, what is chronic fatigue? Many people even cannot identify, do I have chronic fatigue? Number two, the causes for chronic fatigue. If you say, I got chronic fatigue, why? You know, I live a life the same as the guy next to me, but why I feel tired all the time? The third one is how Chinese medicine found what's going on with chronic fatigue. We have a specific word for it, and if you can understand it, you will know why and why certain things line up. It's not only chronic fatigue. There's many things come with it. Then you always want to know how to fix it, right? Number one thing, what do you do? What can you do? Then what's the thing we can do as treatment? Then we're going to give you a special offer at the end of the seminar. So if you want to try something, we can do it. Before we start, about myself, I'm licensed in California. I practiced 23 years already. This is the 23rd years. I have a doctorate degree in the United States. I had my training was in China, 6 years for MD and acupuncturist. That's how they train acupuncturists in China. You have to know Western medicine. In China, when you learn acupuncture or herbs, the best way is from a master. In school, just like you learn about a car. But when you follow master, it's hands-on. Make sense? So I had so many masters, even for pulse reading, I have 5. 4, I have a certificate from them to recognize my level is good enough to be their students. I carry their name. And I'm a public speaker. If you want to listen to 96.1 as for Chinese, 1170 as for English for Indian community. So if you have any topic, your church, your company interested, let us know. As long as more than 20 people, we set up time, we'll go talk to you. The whole point is, in my practice, I found a very interesting thing, just like chronic fatigue. You have to understand what's going on with your body before you do any treatment. Unfortunately, most time when you go see a doctor, physician, you know, by statistic, how much time they spend with you, average? Less than 7 minutes. Can they explain to you what's going on clearly? Even in my clinic, I don't have the time to talk to a patient. So I tell my patient the first time I will set up time specific to talk to you. Or like today, you like the topic or you think somebody need this same information, get a DVD from our clinic or go online, whatever upload it, you can watch it. You have to understand what's going on before somebody do something to your body. Does that make sense? And many things you can do. So in Chinese medicine, we found chronic fatigue, whatever you call it. There's a specific word we call it, weak. Chinese call it xu. How many people heard that word for Chinese? Xu. Doesn't matter, your heart is weak, your liver is weak, your spleen is weak, your kidney is weak. We use a weak as description. For doctor, there's nothing to talk about weak. What you're talking about weak. But for Chinese people, I'm weak. I want to cook something, you know, to help my health. It's a very common practice. How to understand the weak? Read another word. Why you are weak? Doesn't matter what's the word you use. Chronic fatigue, you're weak, you're exhausted, you're tired, The name is not important. The question is why you have chronic fatigue or you are tired. Any comments? You know you're tired, right? But you don't know why. That's the reason we'll give a seminar. Basically, in health, in Chinese medicine, we believe we have several stages. Number one, remember when we were teenage? 3 nights, no sleep. You take a nap, get up, ready to go. You twist your ankle, stay in the bed a couple of days. You got up, yeah, everything's fine. You don't see a doctor. Your body can fix itself like this. Make sense? You don't hear that some young guy say, my back hurts, I lay in the bed 2 weeks. But hear that all the time from middle age or senior. Chinese medicine believes your health is rich. Your metabolism is so fast, you can fix yourself all the time, automatically. Then come down to a point we call poor. Your health is not so rich anymore. You're weak. Everybody, if you have vacation in Hawaii for 2 weeks, you come back, you feel better, right? Because you save some energy, you're ready to go for new start. Make sense? Then come down to a point, we believe you own some debt to your body. Doesn't matter, it's neck pain, lower back pain. After you eat bloated, you're very tired during period. That means your health has a bill all the time bother you. You get up in the morning, your neck hurts. It's like a credit card bill. Every morning you get up, just like your loan, the bill is there, right? If you don't pay back, it will be there. And it will accumulate a compound and interest. Some point getting worse. Then you go down to a point we call bankrupt. You're really sick. How to understand this? Basically, your health is keep on going down. Does that make sense to you? Then you come back to a point is when you're healthy, we think you're rich. When you're sick, we think you're poor. How do you evaluate? That's how we understand. If you're rich in health, that's the thing to illustrate. Basically, if we say black and white, I'm sick, I'm healthy. Healthy has two kinds. Number one, we call healthy. When you're a teenage, you twist the ankle, sleep 3 nights, you get up, you're ready to go. You're able to fix yourself. Then got to a point around 30 years old, you get up saying, yeah, I didn't sleep well last night, I'm tired. Your energy only able to save up for today. You don't have reserve anymore. Make sense? I didn't sleep well last night, I'm tired today. For that time, Chinese medicine starts to say, you're weak. In other words, you're poor in health already. Then you keep on going. My neck hurts, my back hurts, I have painful menstruation. After a year, I feel bloated. Again, I feel pumps. All these kind of symptoms is there. But we're going to see an MD. The doctor say, you're perfect. Your x-ray shows everything is fine. Your blood test is fine. Have you experienced that? You feel miserable, but doctor said, you're fine. We believe that's a credit card bill. You have some symptoms. That means your body, functional-wise, something's wrong. Nothing broke. Because blood test, x-ray, whatever, cannot show what's going on. But there's something going on. It's like credit card bill. My life keep on going, even I have a loan. Even I have a credit card bill for $5,000. I'm still having a life, right? But there's a bill bother you. Then you come to one point. If you don't pay the loan for your house, guess what happened? Foreclosure, right? It's like diabetic. But that department is in trouble. They close down. Other department might be still okay. Some department is sick or bankrupt. Make sense? So healthy has two kinds. Sick has two kinds. And do you think somebody will get diabetic overnight? No, right? It's because from healthy to weak, to unhealthy, to sick, is gradually, is a degree. That's the funny thing, we have pre-diabetes. How many people heard that word, pre-diabetic? You go see an MD, they say you're pre-diabetic, we cannot treat you. Go exercise, watch your diet, I always laugh about it. Basically, I'm saying you're on the cliff, but you're not drop off. So once you drop off the cliff, we're going to help you. We're going to give you medication. Are you able to come up again? No. You're probably on medication the rest of your life. Just like when you're bankrupt, you're in trouble. Make sense to you? That's the reason we try to talk to people on radio, in seminar. We try to stop you from drop off the cliff. Let's do something to help your health. Before that, you are in control. After that, most times the MD in control. But unfortunately, they cannot do a good job. Have you heard anybody on diabetic medication, 20 years later, says, I'm cured. I can stop medication free. I'm healthy. Have you heard anybody like that? It's a dead end. Make sense? Okay, so if you understand this part, then you should ask yourself, are you rich? Are you healthy? Or are you weak? Or are you sick? You have to know your stage, then talk about health. Make sense? And then you have to understand why my health come to this point. How can I help myself? Then get some help from others. Doesn't matter, acupuncturist, chiropractors, naturopath. You have to do something. Okay. And people always ask me, Dr. Wu, we work the same. I and my wife eat the same all the time. Why I'm sick, she's not. Everybody's different, but there's one thing the same. Everybody has the same health accounts. Number one, sleep. Depending on how you sleep. You sleep well, you gain some energy. You don't sleep well, your body's not recharged. Second one, diet. How you eat it, what you eat it, when you eat it, make a huge difference in long term. Exercise. Stress. So basically, look at it. Sleep definitely is a saving. Make sense? Everybody sleep and they feel better, right? But did you save enough? How many hours do you sleep? If you lack of sleep, basically your income's less. Make sense to you? Second one, diet. For most people, diet is a trouble. We're going to talk about more later. Exercise, same. And stress definitely is a spending. The higher stress level, the worse your health. Make sense? And then we want to ask and say, Dr. Wu, if you would talk about health account, I want to be healthy. So I need to save money, right? For my health. Then now my health keep on going down. Can you tell me how I can become more healthy or save money for my health? Very simple. If you look at sleep, diet, exercise, and stress, we know sleep for sure is saving money, right? For your health. As long as you can create something similar as sleep, your body will be recharged, right? So number one, you need to guarantee your sleep. Sleep time, sleep quality, whatever. If that's enough, that's how much you can do. And you still want a better health. It's like money. Everybody get the same salary. I still want more money. Can you invest in real estate? Can you invest in stock? And you find some way else to do it, right? But there has to be saving. Before I talk about that, how to save for your health, you have to understand what is the health or money in your body. Very simple. Blood circulation. But you have to understand where the blood goes. If you look at this chart, in the daytime, where your blood goes? Your brain, right? Any place else? No idea? Heart. Put this way, woman has 5 liters blood, man has 4.5 liters. That's how much? 5 liters blood is not a lot. When you're alert, like right now, 25 to 30% need goes to your brain. You have billions brain cells need blood. If you're programming, you might need more. The blood just needs a supply to keep the brain function. The heart is non-stop pumping, right? You need blood. Guess what? You only have 50% or less blood to your limbs. It looks big, right? Your leg, your arms, and your belly. So most of the time in the daytime, your brain and the heart is spending. Guess what happens in the night? Your brain shut down, right? Maybe you have some dreams, but not a lot. 70% blood circulation slow down, come down to the belly. Then your heart rate goes down 30%, up to 50%. That blood goes to your belly as well. Because when you sleep, your limbs are not moving, you're not exercising. Your belly gets blood. Then what happens? Your spleen, your liver, your intestine, your kidney start getting enough blood circulation to do the detoxing, and your metabolism start doing the work. That's when in the morning when you get up, you need to go bathroom. Your body detoxing. And you feel better energy because you're recharged. You got a point? So basically, as long as we sleep enough, or we create something similar to sleep, increase your circulation in your belly, you have better metabolism, your body will be recharged better. Make sense to you? If you understand this part, you just need to think about where blood goes when I'm doing something. You know it's good for you or not. And this will also explain why when you eat a big lunch, you feel sleepy. How many people feel that way? After lunch, I want to take a nap, Because your stomach needs blood to digest the food, right? It sucks the blood from brain. Overall, your metabolism is slow. You don't have enough blood, so you need to take a nap. Shut down here, finish it here. That's what happened. This also tells you one thing. Exercise. When you exercise, where the blood goes? Or sports. When you do any kind of sports, basketball, badminton, ping pong, jogging, swimming, where the blood goes? The limbs, right? Your arms, your legs. Is that good for health? It's good for your heart and the lung. But your heart only gives you blood. Any nutrition manufactured there? No. How about your lung? Oxygen, right? So your upper body only gives you blood and oxygen. Nothing manufactured there. So when you exercise, you can show up, I'm strong. Are you healthy? That's the reason why people can exercise all the time but not healthy. You're strengthening your heart and your lung and your limbs, but nothing to do with health. Number one thing for health you need to do is sleep. Then the question is, when should you go sleep? What time you guys go sleep? How many people go sleep before 11? 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many people go sleep before 12? Another 5, 6. How many people go sleep after 12? How many people after 1 o'clock? Tell one thing. There's one thing called growth hormone. Release here 80% if you are in deep sleep between 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. When you sleep late, your hormone messed up. The growth hormone will release only when you're deep sleep during that time period. Chinese is called 子时, initial time. That's the government for your hormone. Remember United States, the government closed down for 2 weeks. That's what happened when you sleep late. Your body reacts like that way. For women, you will show up next morning, your face looks different. For men, our skin is thicker. You don't show up, but the outcome is the same. Make sense to you? How many hours you should sleep? Anybody?
8 to 9.
8 to 9? How many hours do you sleep? How many people sleep 8 hours or more? 1, okay. 3? How many people sleep more than 7 hours? Okay, how many people sleep more than 6 hours? 6 to 7. How many people less than 6? I always talk to my patient the first thing about sleep in my clinic. If you want to recover from anything, what happened when your body try to fix it? You have to be during sleep. Does that make sense? You need to shut down everything. Then your body during sleep can fix the problem. If you sleep less, guess what? For example, you sleep 6 hours, very common in Bay Area. By the way, we have a DVD about sleep. If you're interested to know more about sleep, watch that DVD. If average people sleep 8 hours, you sleep 6 hours. How many percent less? You guys are engineers, right? That's simple math. 25% less, right? Just like a pay salary. You won't tell your boss, just give me 25% less, I'm fine. But that's what happens every night when you sleep. Health-wise, make sense? You're telling yourself, I don't need so much money. But if every day you are 25% less, guess what happened 20 years later? You got my point? Your health will go down 25% faster than what you should. Make sense to you? And also about sleep quality. If you have a chronic fatigue and you don't go sleep early, you don't have enough time to sleep, and your sleep quality is in trouble. If you can fix your sleep, you might be 80% better. Make sense? You don't need a doctor, you need to sleep. I have an extreme case for a patient, only sleep like 4 or 5 hours a day for 8 years already. Now when you talk about I have fatigue, of course you have fatigue. Make sense to you? Okay, number 2. So sleep issues, if you have it, get a DVD from a clinic. Let's fix your sleep first. Second one is diet. What to eat, how to eat it, when to eat it. By the way, tomorrow I have a health class, talk about diet. If you're interested, you can come 2 o'clock. And we have a health class a year round. Every 2 or 3 months we provide one to discuss sleep, diet, exercise, and stress. How many people drink ice water? Or cold water? Tea? Coconut water? Lemon juice? Okay. How about ice cream? How many people love it? I do. Try not to eat so much, okay? How about salad? Is that healthy or not? Yes? You're in big trouble. How about fruits? How many people eat fruits every day? And now you know why you gain weight. I'll tell you why. Chinese medicine believe for health related to diet, very simple. Anything you eat is providing nutrition for you, right? Basically, you try to get energy. The whole process spends energy for you. In fact, human beings spend 40 to 50% energy every day just try to digest food. When something put in your mouth until it comes out, the whole process takes you so much energy. That's the reason a lot of religion will ask you do fasting during the holy time. You try to save energy here so you can focus, you bring get more blood instead of your stomach, your intestine. Okay, now get to a point. If you don't cook the food outside your body, guess what happened? You have to cook it inside your body. Does that make sense? If you don't spend energy to make the food breaking down, you have to do that process to do it inside your body. That's the reason when you eat a salad, I guarantee you go bathroom next morning, you will see green leaves. That piece green leaves has nothing to do with you but with your energy to coming down. Make sense to you? Fruits is a raw food as well. Human being develop fire. The reason is to try to help your digestion, to digest food. Make sense? And how about ice water? When you drink ice water, coconut water, whatever we believe is cold to your body, guess what happened? Your body has to heat it up to body temperature, then absorb to your blood, right? You cannot take ice water directly to your blood, have a cold blood circulating in your body. Make sense? That energy to heat it up, the ice water, is a wasting for you. 1 cup is not a problem. But if every single meal you drink cut ice water, you know what happened? Your metabolism slow down. You start gaining weight. Same thing as the salad, the fruits. Basically, you're wasting energy for a diet. So Chinese medicine believe as your digestion like a cooking pot. If your body cannot cook rice and wheat, the carbohydrate, well, you get diabetic. If you cannot cook the fat, well, you get high cholesterol. If you cannot cook meat, the protein, well, you get a gout. Uric acid level go up. The cooking process is in trouble. And most times they're a combination. You get one, then another one. The three brothers. Who come first, we don't know. But they come together. And Chinese medicine believe is a digestion problem. The whole process, absorption, destructure, detoxing, the whole process is in trouble. You want to know more? Come tomorrow. So when we look somebody has big belly, Chinese medicine believe your metabolism goes down. Your trash in your body start pack up. We don't believe you're really fat. We believe it's a dampness or water retention in your body. Make sense to you? A lot of times it comes from the diet you eat. And by the way, if your nutrition, what you need for your body is 1, guess what happens when you eat 2? You know, we need some nutrition to survive, right? If you only needed 1, but you eat 2, what happened? The second one takes a lot of effort to discharge from your body or will be packed in your body. So overeating becomes a huge problem for today's society. That's why I made a joke all the time. I said I never saw anybody starving to death in the United States, but I saw so many people eat too much and die from it. Diabetic, high cholesterol, gout, whatever, heart attack, many problems overweight relate to overeating. So you want to be healthy? Cut your food to half, see what's going on. There might be a magic pill for you. Make sense? Okay. For diet, if you want to know more, you can go to acupuncturecanhelp.com. We have weight loss video there. And this one also is one reason for chronic fatigue. When your body cannot digest food very well, the metabolism is in trouble. This will be the answer for you. We're going to discuss the more exhaustion type for chronic fatigue. This one, if you want anything related to diet, weight gain, this video might be better, give you an answer. Okay, the next question is for exercise. When you have chronic fatigue, what kind of exercise should you do? How often should you do? And what's the best exercise for you? Any comments? No idea, right? Or should you exercise when you have chronic fatigue? Yes or no? Yes. What do you do? Jogging, running, swimming? Today I had a gentleman come to my clinic when we talked about this. And he told me, I bought a package 24 hours gym. I went there 3 times a week. 2 weeks later, I'm exhausted. My skin issues start acting up, my digestion, complete mess. I don't know what happened. So I slow down twice a week and cut down the volume of my exercise. I feel a little better. And I told him he should not exercise at all. He was so shocked. He said, Dr. Wu, I want to make myself more healthy. I said, no, you go to gym, make you more strong. Again, strong is not healthy. Does that make sense? They're not complete the same thing. Strong make your upper body, your limbs more strong. Looks good. Just like I have a big house, big car. Doesn't mean I'm rich. You got my point? Because exercise is spending. Especially heavy exercise is spending. Exercise at least have 3 types. Number 1, sports. Again, when you do sports, basketball, swimming, jogging, running, blood goes to your limbs. You're strengthening your heart and your lung. But it does not help the circulation of your belly. Make sense? It does not create the similar condition for your body like you are sleeping. It's opposite. It sucks blood out to your limbs. For some point, it helps your body circulation. But when you have chronic fatigue, exercise, especially heavy exercise, is a spending. Are you going to ask a poor guy, say, you buy a big car, you buy a big house, you'll be rich? If you don't do that, you will not do to somebody when they're tired, they have chronic fatigue, and tell them, go exercise, you'll be stronger. You're killing them. Make sense to you? You have to save for them. Second kind of exercise is called stretching, like yoga. It helps flexibility. If you have a neck problem, lower back pain, that's the best. If you're stressed out, your body is very tense, that's the best. But again, blood goes to limbs. The third kind, like Chinese people play Tai Chi. How many people heard Tai Chi before? The slow exercise, old man with white statues. Then what happened? That one, you're relaxed, and you do it slow. Your limbs does not need a lot of blood, but it guides your circulation internally. And they ask you to relax, belly breathing. You're in an alert condition, try to increase your belly's circulation. That's when you play Tai Chi, your energy getting better. That's the exercise you should do. So what happened is, when you do sports, it's a spending for your health. But when you do Tai Chi, it's a saving. If you try it 3 months, you can feel your digestion system is different, your energy level is different. We teach that in our health class as well. Then we'll come back to exercise. If you want to know how to exercise and stretch, we have a DVD for Chinese. Next year, we might make an English one as well. You at least need to know, do not do heavy exercise when you have chronic fatigue. 虚弱的人不应该剧烈运动. If you're weak, you should not heavy exercise. It does not help you. So number 1, sleep, definitely is a saving. Number 2, diet, depending how you eat. Number 3, exercise. Now come down to number 4, stress. Stress definitely is something bad for chronic fatigue. Stress is a spending. Make sense? And in my clinic, the most common argument is, doctor, I don't feel I'm stressed out. But when we check your body, we can tell how tensed up your body, especially along the spine. The more tense up your body, the more stressed out you are. Doesn't matter how you feel. So in Bay Area, a lot of time I will refine their words. I tell them, you are getting used to your stress and you're okay with it, but unfortunately your body is not okay. That's when number 1, your body tensed up. Number 2, you feel chronic fatigue. But you are telling me you do not have stress. That's a very common one in Bay Area. I don't have stress. I don't feel stress. I work this job like 20 years already. You build up the stress because your body is tensed up and your energy level is low. Make sense? So how many people feel you live in the Bay Area, stress level is pretty high? A few, not everyone. We have some good lucky one. How many people think your stress level is around 5 or above 5? If 10 is the highest one. I tell you the truth. In my clinic, I find out if you say it's 5, I'm going to add 2 or 3 on top. If you say it's 7, mostly I believe you're stressed out. Because your body will tell the truth. Make sense? In the Bay Area, most people are so smart. Doesn't matter, engineers or do any other business. You can survive here, you have to be smart and you have to work hard. But smart doesn't mean your body can handle more stress. You can do more, but doesn't mean you don't pay health as a price for your stress. Does it make sense? That's 2 things. I can do more, but does that burn out my health, my body? Yes. Regardless who you are, how smart you are. It's like Steve Jobs. What happened? We believe it's from stress. Okay. Basically, stress is spending. Do you agree with that? So as long as you can reduce your stress level, or if you want to find out about your stress, feel free to get a stress DVD in Chinese if you're interested to know more. Start from today, not tomorrow. Next Sunday, we're going to talk about stress in your class. So basically this way, for any health issue, if you can quit your job for half a year, I guarantee 50% better without any treatment. Do you agree? Maybe everyone, but most people. Okay, now why chronic fatigue is so common? Why is it so hard to treat it? In my clinic several times, actually in the last week, we had this kind of conversation. A patient came in, talked to me, said, Dr. Wu, my cholesterol level go up to 700. Really, 700, very high. I've been here all the time, be treated, whatever. The first question I asked, how many hours do you sleep every day? The gentleman told me, 6 hours. I said, really? Maybe 5 to 6. I said, okay, how many percent less? If you count as 8 hours, right? 25% less. How many hours do you work per week? How many people work more than 40 hours a week, average? How many people work more than 50 hours a week, average? How many people more than 60 hours? Okay. For him, 50 hours. So I said, your sleep is 25% less. Your work is 25% more. And actually, by the way, how many days do you work? He owns his own company. So the 50 hours is not a real number. It's in the office. The other time, you count or not. So like for a woman, you work 8 hours, you go home, 2 kids, clean the house, husband. There are many things. I don't know how you enjoy that household work. Make sense? So if you sleep 25% less, just like money, I make less 25%, but I spend 50% more. You think your health is getting better? You got my point? For that gentleman, it's the same thing. Because the first time we treated him, the first 3 months, you know what happened? He felt tired all the time. He slept more than 13 hours a day. Literally, he told me. In the morning, if the alarm is not wake him up, he just want to sleep the whole day for 3 months. And his cholesterol level just dropped from 400 something to 200. Then later on, he back to the routine, 4 or 5 hours sleep, work like 50, 60 hours a week. The things go up again. Even with treatment, but the treatment was much less. So if you want to talk about your health, you just need to understand how much you're saving, how much you spend. Make sense? It's a very simple math. Do not blame anybody before you do a calculation. So we'll look at chronic fatigue. Sleep, if it goes down, has less, your health goes down. If your stress level go up, your energy goes down. If your diet makes your metabolism goes down, your health goes down. And for exercise, if you do wrong exercise or heavy exercise, it makes you goes down as well. So you have health account and keep on spending all the accounts. What happened? Of course you have chronic fatigue. Make sense to you? That's the answer for chronic fatigue. Basically, every single thing you have to look at it. Is that ruin your metabolism? Make your body degenerate faster and stop your recovery? If that's what happened, not only you have chronic fatigue, you have all kind of health issue. Chronic fatigue is just the foundation. So again, when you look at strong, doesn't mean you're healthy. And in the Bay Area, the most sad news is some people 40, 50 years old, very successful, drop dead. How many people heard somebody drop dead before? I had a patient come talk to me every year about somebody drop dead. And one time a lady come talk to me and say, my colleague in the same office dropped dead at 51 years old. I said, okay, in Bay Area it's common. You know what she said next? I'm 49. Does that make a point? You cannot guarantee the next one is not you if you don't take care of your health. And in the Bay Area, I found out most people drop dead. Number one reason is chronic fatigue. When their body worn out, declining, they didn't pay attention. Just like money, you keep on spending, you don't know. Was bankrupt, you don't know. Second thing, they're not sensitive. Just like credit score. I don't know my credit score, what's the number? I never check it. It's like a health, I never check it. So when the things going down is number one thing. Number two, you're not sensitive until you're broke. So that's what happened. Do not let that happen to you or some people around you you love. When Chinese medicine describes health, we always describe this way. You're healthy, you're weak, you're exhausted, unhealthy, and you're sick. There are stages. It's by degree. You keep on going up or you keep on going down. It's like money. I'm in debt. I'm poor. I'm rich. But you cannot jump. Does that make sense? Even you save money, it's day by day, unless you got a lottery. But unfortunately, health-wise, nobody can get a lottery. And we describe the word called kidney weak. We're going to explain what kidney means. Again, this kidney is not this kidney. It includes this physical kidney, but it's a term we used 5,000 years ago. That time, they have different understanding. When we talk about kidney in the Chinese medicine, it's a whole system. For example, in the United States, we have education department. We have army. We have financial department. Chinese medicine believes your body has that department as well. And the kidney is in charge of aging. When some people say, wow, you look like getting old so fast. Or look at your parents, how come 3 years I didn't see them, they look so old? The aging part, we believe, is the kidney. In that department getting weak, you're getting poor, you're in trouble. Second one, hormone. Doesn't matter, menopause, premenopause, irregular menstruation, hormone-related issue we believe belongs to her kidney. Third one is immune system. Any autoimmune system problem or immune system related problem we believe belongs to kidney. For example, allergies, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, frequently catch a cold. Some people get sick all the time, a year round. We don't think that's catch a cold. It's not a flu. It's your body is weak. Also for brain. Chinese medicine believes the brain in charge of the kidney in charge of the brain. How many people feel memory getting worse or less? Chinese medicine believes your kidney is weak because you don't have the energy to supply the blood for the brain circulation. Kidney also in charge of bone. So when we have any bone degeneration, osteoporosis, we believe the kidney weak. Of course, sex-related, urination, if you go bathroom a lot or you pee a lot in the night. I had a gentleman pee around 17 times in the night. And he would write down every single time, give me the sheet. We believe the kidney in trouble. Your body not able to hold it. That's also the thing. When we talk about kidney, we're not talking about the organ. 5,000 years ago, Chinese medicine described your body as a system rather to target one organ. Because ancient time, they cannot do anatomy, cut people up. So look at this organ do what? They observe. For example, for a senior, your hair is getting white. Your hormone level goes down. You're easy to catch a cold. Your memory goes down. You get up and pee in the night. You posture like this. Your bone structure is in trouble. Sex drive goes down. You cannot give babies anymore. We believe it's kidney weak. Does that make sense? The whole thing is describing your body degeneration. And when you're exhausted, have chronic fatigue, you degenerate faster. That's called kidney weak. So, in Chinese medicine, divide the whole body as 5 elements. Kidney is the hormone, sex, brain, urination, kidney, the really physical kidney system. How about lung? Lungs are about breathing, the air, detoxin. When we go bathroom, poo, we believe belongs to large intestine, belongs to lung department. Also skin problem, because skin also help you detoxin. Heart, anything related to circulation, the heart itself, it's heart department. Spleen, anything you put in your mouth and it comes out, the whole digestion system belongs to spleen. Liver is a regulation related to stress, ligament, tendon, whatever. So basically, Chinese medicine divides the whole body to 5 elements, 5 systems, 5 departments. That's all. Make sense? do not understand when we say kidney weak as the physical kidney in trouble. No, we're talking about the whole system related to sex, urination, degeneration, hormone, immune system is in trouble. Make sense to you? Okay. So when we talk about the whole thing in trouble, then you can see what's the symptoms related. Number one, for aging. Of course, chronic fatigue. When you're getting older, you feel tired. We believe that's a sign of aging. And we have cold hand, cold feet, especially cold feet. Basically, the body does not have enough energy to supply the blood to the limbs. Because from the heart to the hand to the feet, the distance is longer, right? Need more power to do the circulation. That's the reason for senior, a lot of times their hand and feet are cold. And for middle age or even young people, if you have cold hand, cold feet, we believe you're aging too fast. Of course, when you see a doctor, when they do X-ray, they say you have degeneration of your bone, of your disc, whatever. That's a sign for aging. And you have early age white hair. In Bay Area, it's very common. Actually, there's another reason caused it, because overuse of the brain. When your brain needs more blood, nutrition, then your hair does not get enough. Make sense? But in ancient time, that's considered one sign of aging. Of course, for hormone, doesn't matter, menopause. If anybody during the menopause period right now, around 48 to 52, you should do some treatment for kidney. Or early menopause. The youngest one I saw in the Bay Area, by blood test, showed the hormone level is in trouble for early menopause, was 34. Can you imagine that? When you talk to her, sleep like 6 hours, work like 12 to 16 hours, average. Of course, she's getting aging fast. Does that make sense? Early menopause, just a sign to show it what happened. And if anybody feel exhausted for women during menstruation, I'm so tired, my low back hurts, my stomach empty, I just don't want to get up, I need a couple of days during period, you know your kidney is weak. Basically, your body is aging too fast. And for immune system, any autoimmune system problem, rheumatoid arthritis, hay fever allergies, frequently catch a cold, asthma, related to immune system is related to the kidney in Chinese medicine. Of course, sex-wise, in Chinese medicine, when people say you're kidney weak, in the Asian time, it means your sex drive is going down. Your sex ability is going down. That's, of course, a sign for exhaustion or aging faster. And for urine, for some women around 50, 40, they cannot hold the pee. Either we need to go bathroom, we have to run right away. Or for some people, when they laugh, when they cough, the urine will come out a little bit. That's also a sign for it. And for men, doesn't matter, prostate issue, you need to go bathroom a lot, especially in the night. We believe your body is aging fast. The kidney system is getting weak. And to come back to this one, everybody might be interested. Chronic neck problem or lower back pain, if more than 2 years cannot recover, you have degeneration problem. In Chinese medicine, believe the kidney weak. You know why? We believe the kidney in charge of a hormone, also in charge of the bone. So when you have issue with your spine, chronically cannot recover, we believe that's the issue. And you have aching lower back pain. For example, sitting in front of computer 8 hours, when I get up, I feel, oh, I need to move a little bit, shake a little bit, give me 2 minutes, I'm ready to go. You know I'm talking about you. Make sense? And this kind is very interesting, always getting worse when you're tired or after you use it a long time. For example, sitting in front of computer 2 hours, my back hurts. But when you were 20, it never happened. Got my point? That's what happened. And sometimes for people will tell me their knee is very weak. Very easy to test out. Go to your company, find the floors, go up 3 floors, do not take the elevator. Do you feel it's heavy? If it does, you know I'm talking about you. That's the sign. And for a lot of people would tell me, my memory last 2 years just, keep on getting worse. That indicates your body's getting exhausted. Okay. In Bay Area, this would be the sign. For most engineers, neck. That's also indicate if you're getting chronic fatigue or degeneration fast. How many people have neck problem or some kind of discomfort? Have you done X-ray before? If you don't, I highly recommend you do one, regardless if you feel discomfort, pain or not. If you work in the front computer all the time, you should take X-ray and see which one is you. So which one is the normal one? Give a guess. Any comments? How many people believe that one, the left-hand one? How many people believe the right one? How many people believe the middle one? How many people don't know? No idea, right? I tell you, this one is the one just graduated from college. You stand like that, you have natural curve. That one, called chicken position. Have you seen engineers like this? They type computer, they had always like this. Make sense to you? How about that one? You have a hunchback. I'm a senior engineer, ready to retire. The natural curve is gone, and also the bone get degenerated. Just by look at this one, you ask them, you know they have chronic fatigue and the body degenerated faster. Can we stop this? Of course, depending on what you do. So let's give a summary. Anybody stay up late, basically don't sleep well, you make your body exhausted. Does that make sense? You're not saving every day for your health. Second one, mental work. Doesn't matter, you're a programmer, you're a CPA, you're a consultant, you use your brain all the time. And we believe that sucks your energy because billions of brain cells make you smart, but they demand some nutrition and some support, circulation. And when you're overstressed, of course, it burns your energy. Make sense? That makes your body goes down. And sometimes when you have a project, your body gets exhausted. And also in Chinese medicine, believe when you have a desires, doesn't matter for stock, for sex, or for something, you always use your brain. It burns you. Sometimes 24 hours keep on thinking the same thing. Should I invest this? Should I do that? That's one thing make people worn out. The last one will be sex. Sex actually is very heavy exercise. Some point is good for you, but when you're exhausted, again, that's a huge spending. Make sense? That's also the reason your body will shut down sex drive when you have chronic fatigue. Because you don't have that energy, so your body say, no, let's do less. That's also the sign to show when your sex drive goes down. For men especially, your kidney is weak. Your body is degenerate fast. Now we'll come back. Who should do strengthening kidney or treat chronic fatigue? We're going to explain to you about treatment method later. Number one, men, any man over 40 years old. If you want to keep level, not going drop down, you should do something. And for women, menopause or premenopause, you should do something. And the long term, if you use brain all the time, you have to strengthen it. So like I'm spending, I have to save. Very common sense. That will be the thing. And if you have cold hand and cold feet, you want to improve your circulation, you should do it. We're going to give you a break. Now we're going to talk about the treatment, how to do it. So basically now you get an idea what we're talking about.